It's going to catch the bonnet. Welcome back. Right, today you hear the tractor going. Another one of those days where I don't actually know what's going on. Just been told to get the 6265 out. I had a plan today that we were going to go over and do a bit of tillage, but the weather has beat me at, well, it's pretty much lashed all last night, so we'll not be doing that. So I think it's going to get the Fraser trailer on. Got to take the back off it. That's finished welding that. Going to take that off, but we need that trailer because we're going to go over to the out farm and lift some bushes and bring over some water, I think. Anyway, it'll all play out. You'll see what's going on. So get 6065 out and we'll stick the trailer on the back of it, and that'll be the first job. So we'll get on to that. Right, need to go down now and get the water cube on because there's no water over there. And we water the sheep. Not that they take a lot of water. So we'll throw these sticks off and then we'll get the seat. There we go. So that is those sticks dumped there, and we'll process them along with that. That's another tree that fell down. Another day. Putting on the front bucket. This is a new way of putting it on with the forklift. On! There we go. Quick Heights bucket with 3 people putting it on. Oh dear. It should not be that hard to put on. Right, I don't want to touch it because they have got their hands in there. Ah. Uh-oh. That's known as user error. Okay. Right, that's us ready now with have the bucket on, trailer on, all the cutting equipment. I think everything we need. And with the bucket on the front there, maybe I said that, did I? Because we're probably going to cut these logs up and just tip them on the trailer. And there's a few stones to lift as well. So the bucket's the job for that. So we'll head on over to the out farm and get stuck into this job. This is a tree that blew down, one of many, wrecked the fence. Not it was probably hard to break, but we'll get that squared up a bit. That is the plan. Rotten, just broke off and wrecked the place. So right, what we're at here is filling water out of this into this, because this is the only way to feed the sheep. Not feed the sheep, water the sheep, so they'll be trough down in there. So that's what we're at, so that'll fill up for a while. So what we'll do is we'll get the tractor away and we'll lift some stones and things out of the way while that is transferring water from there into there. What I'll do now is let that there fill away into the watering container for the sheep, and I'll go and move some stones out of the way that are in the silage field and bits and bobs, so we'll get that done now. That's got a few stones out of the way anyway, at least you're not catching them. Somebody's dumped car and bits of rubbish somewhere once upon a time. Thought it was a good idea. The reason we moved them is we go in out of there with the Jeep, and if you weren't, as the grass grows now for the silage, you could miss your spot and just clip that with the sump of the Jeep, and that would be nasty. So once them stones moved, they will not bother tractor or trailer or anything really. So now these boys want to lift with this tree, so I'll do that now. That tree's bigger than I thought it was. There's a pin. You want to thread it through and bring it back, there's a pin there. Oh, do you? Oh, okay. Alright, so what's on it? Yep, that's going to catch the bonnet. The reason for this effort today is because these fields are going to be closed off now for the silage, and that was in the way. There's a few stones down here I need to lift as well, so we're going to lift them, and that should be another gear would be handy, wouldn't it? There we go. Better job now. Right, just so you know, I'm not in the turf relaying business, but I did manage to dig up a bit of the field there by accident. Filled that in again, and it's almost as good as Wembley Stadium. Nearly as good. Bit of bad driving there, but anyway. So I put them out stones up there. There's a few more stones down there. I need to go fish them out because I'm going to rotivate that in the next couple of days, and they're going to be in the way. So let's go get them. Now, if anybody'd seen me earlier on rolling the stones onto the bucket, there you go. That's why I do it, because I just don't have the skill. I'm not used to that bucket at all, so I end up just digging and making a hash, and it's easier just to roll the stones in. So we'll go down and get these other stones here. Get these couple of stones lifted, and then what we'll do is later on in the week, supposed to be dry all week, we'll be able to get it sewed then and rolled in. But I can't rotivate it today, it's too wet, you know. It'll just stick to the wheels and just be a hash of a job. So but we'll lift the stones anyway, and then let's say they're starting to fill full of weeds and everything. So yeah, not a great success. Anyway, let's get the right bucket in here and lift these few stones wherever they are. There's one over there. There'll be more as soon as I get the rotavator into it, but not the worst for the night. So that's the fill material that, not fill material, the excavation material that came out of the road, dumped here. There's a bit of a hollow here, it was a bit rough, and it's actually a good job. You can kind of see, went up a right wee bit there. So down there, do we have a few loads in there actually. Right, a few stones to lift. We'll shift them and then that'll be that. You know what? You know, despite the rain that fell, that would have been dry enough there today to have done that job. But we just thought it would be a bit wetter than it is. So anyway, we'll leave it for a few days and it'll be alright. So we'll go dump these stones up the top here and back up, and then we'll start loading these blocks on. That'll be the next job. I left these flagstones here just to tidy the place up a wee bit. I will pile them over there. I don't know if I'll bother lifting them, but that row's to finish there as well. So yeah, right, we'll lift these. Right, I've been summoned back to where the boys are cutting the sticks, so I'll finish that job later and go back and move these sticks out of the way. See if we can pull them out briars out a bit. Right, I'll do that. I think I'm doing a good job in getting the thumbs up here. I think they do a good job. Them boys are tucking into the buns there. I better get back or there'll be none left. Some boys, huh? Boys at the buns.
Aye.
Ditch the tractor and we'll get some buns. Not really care here. That's the job. But yeah. Not dead on. You do. Beats the gym.
Don't want to go too hammy, but well, that's actually.
It's alright. It's alright. I'll just.
That's actually high. That should be good.
Aye.
But you know.
Be alright. So that's the post then. Just need these boys to nail the wire up. Getting some thorns in them. Oh, the Maxie. Need you. What are you at? Arr.
Barb.
Speak up. Speak up. You're on YouTube. Speak up. Maxie. What are you at? Ruff, ruff.
Yeah.
Ruff, ruff. Arr. Arr. Ruff, ruff.
Tightening it up here, you know, so that would be on the tight side. Some of these boys want my coat.
No? No, that's alright.
What?
Right, you just saw me hammering in the post with the digger, or not the digger, the tractor there, because I couldn't get it in and I wanted it further in, so it's in now. Tractor did a good job. I'm going to dump off these, what will we call them? Flags, and then I'll go get the trailer on, come back and lift them logs. So that is the next plan. You're wondering, there's a trailer way down there, and that is steep to get down there, so I'm just going to go around the other way, just take my time, zoom in a little bit. There's a trailer down there. I think it's pretty much filled now, so. great end to the day in the 6265 has quit running for some reason, and I don't know why. Well, I come up that steep bits and maybe the dirt ran to the back, you know. That wee filter block before.
You see this?
No. Full of gunk just.
No.
How the hell would that get through? Right.
Good job, there's somebody here that knows.
Good job. Get that old shit. What's wrong with Ted there? Gunk in that as well. What? You know it?
Aye.
Good to go again.
Oh.
Is that the first filter before? Is that the first filter from the fuel tank?
Yep.
Right, so it's doing its job then. Can't criticise it too much. Right, we're back going again. Wee filter on the diesel supply pipe blocked, and from this tractor now. Anyway, right, we're back on the road again. So what we'll do is we'll get these sticks lifted, tossed into the freezer, and that'll be the job done. Right, there we go. That is the fence tightened up a bit all the way up there. That will keep the sheep out, or the other sheep in, I don't know which, but didn't really have enough posters. A post, I think, broke there, is it? No, it's not, no. But you can see that old fence isn't in great shape as you go down there, but another fence needing stripped out and replaced, really. Anyway, trailer load of sticks on as well. There we go. That's us good to go. Fern and myself are going to go down and tip this load off. How many Fern dog? So we just took the back door off there because what will happen is that big stump of a thing would roll out and hit it and bend it and get stuck, so we just took the door off. The whole load should fall out easier than... I just need to go down here and turn. Easier just to get down the yard and turn and come back up. I'll do this. What do you think? All right at the back there? All right. All right, good enough. Should we tip this off or just throw it off? What do you think? What would you do? Tip it off? Alright, tip it off then. What do you think yourself? Did you connect up? Did you connect up the pipe? No, probably not. Did you connect up the pipe? No. Didn't think you would. Sit down. Driving. Right, there we go. That is the Beal grab again, back on. Just eating the bun there. Put the tractor in the shed. Job done for the day. So, naturally that is the end of the video. That's all I have time for today. Hope you enjoyed that one. A little bit of a video. I'd say that I wasn't kind of hoping to make that. I was trying to get into get the rotavator going right here and feel bits and bobs, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's it from me. See you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.